Welcome to UPSC Vinoth. So today we are going to discuss some of the important conventions on the basis of environment with respect to UPSC prelims. So we can expect at least one question. Yeah, this is going to be a long video, but not detailed video. The points will be focused majorly on UPSC prelims point of view. Okay, let's start the discussion. Green India Mission. See, Grey Green Wall initiative was asked in UPSC prelims. The Green India Mission is not a new thing. It is an old thing. But why was in the news? It was in the news because we had a revision plan. So see 2021 to 2030 revised plan. See revised plan which was submitted in 17th June 2025 coincides with World Day of Combat Desertification and Drought. This Green India Mission was launched in 2014 under National Action Plan on Climate Change. See, was launched under National Action Plan on Climate Change. It was the implementation period was 2021 to 30. The funding through mission allocation, the compensatory afforestation management and fund management and planning authority, CAMFA, famously known as CAMFA fund. Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management and Planning Authority, CAMPA fund. Okay. See, what are all the key features? Align with nationally determined contributions under Paris Agreement. Aims to create carbon sink 2.5 to 3 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent by 2030. See, carbon sequestration is an important theme of UPSC prelims. Wherever you are seeing the carbon sequestration, carbon sink, yes, most probably they can ask question in exam. So Green India Mission aims to create carbon sink, adopts micro ecosystem approach. What adopts a micro ecosystem approach, where Aravalli ranges, Western Ghats, Indian Himalayan region, mangroves, arid regions of north and northwest India. See, to stop desertification, green wall initiative was planned. So the Green India Mission also focuses on northwest India. See, National Action Plan 2 on climate change has 8 missions. What are all the 8 missions? National Solar Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Mission on Sustainable Habitat, National Water Mission, National Mission for Sustainable Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission for Green India, National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, National Mission on Strategic Knowledge of for Climate Change. See, these are all important missions. One of the mission is National Mission on Green India. See, what are all the sub missions which comes under the Green India Mission? Improves forest quality and ecosystem services, increased forest tree cover and restored degraded ecosystem, enhances and diversify income of forest dependent communities, and private sector participation encourages through corporate social responsibility fund for ecological restoration. Carbon market promotes participation in volunteer carbon market through forestry and agroforestry. Green Indian Force. See keyword Green India Force. A trained youths cadre to support implementation. These are and all key points with respect to Green India Mission. See, I'm not going to repeat twice or thrice because we are going to discuss a series of conventions. So, yes, it is very much important. So, earlier target of this Green Indian Mission was 5 million hectares of afforestation, improvement of 5 million hectares of forest quality. Now, by the revision plan says 24 to 25 million hectares of afforestation and restoration through convergence, 1 million hectare of directly under Green India Mission. Directly under Green India Mission. And carbon sink potential up to 3.39 tons of carbon dioxide. See, this point is very much important. See, UPSC just focus. They are just focusing on with respect to carbon sink. Last year also we got a question with respect to data. That means Green India mission is focused on carbon sink up to 3.39 billion tons of carbon dioxide. Yes, this is very much important point. Though it is factual, earlier there was a question with respect to carbon sink with respect to data that was correct. So we can expect a question. If they ask the question, 3.39 billion tons of CO2 carbon sequestration is a aim of Green India mission. Green India mission. Okay. So Green India mission is very much important. Next thing. Government launches Digital Climate Atlas. See, Digital Climate Atlas. That is ACASA India. Atlas of Climate Adaptation in South Asia Agriculture. Atlas of Climate Adaptation in South Asian Agriculture, India. See, the government has launched this Atlas, ACASA India Atlas, a digital climate atlas platform to support climate resilient agriculture planning. It is developed by ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, under National Agriculture Research and Extension System, in collaboration with Borlong Institute of South Asia. It provides data driven insights for farmers and policymakers. That means, see, this atlas is going to provide data based on location and also for farmers and policymakers. See, National Innovation in Climate Resilient Agriculture, NICAR. This was launched under this digital atlas, launched by ICAR, a network projects to address the climate change impact on agriculture. What is this? National Innovation in Climate Resilient Agriculture, a network projects to address the climate change impact on agriculture. What are its objective? To enhance resilience of Indian agriculture to climate variability and extremes, to demonstrate and validate climate resilient technology at field level. Climate resilient agriculture refers to adaptation and mitigation strategies to ensure the agriculture can withstand the climate shock. See, ultimately you want to know that climate resilient agriculture. National innovation in climate resilient agriculture. National innovations. Okay, fine. Then, what are its significance? Helps farmers, assistant government for targeted investment on climate adaptation, support scaling of climate resilient agriculture practices. Okay, need for climate resilient agriculture. This is main point of view. So, prevent yield loss, livelihood security, rain-fed vulnerabilities, food security concerns. See, generally UPSC will focus mainly on aims about digital climate atlas, that is Atlas for Climate Adaptation in South Asian Agriculture. Okay. And National Innovation in Climate Resilient Agriculture. This is a mission launched under ICAR in 2011. Okay. Then global initiatives started by India in last decades. See, this is very much important for this year prelims. Global initiative started by India in last decade. First thing, Global Biofuel Alliance, very much important for this year. Global Biofuel Alliance, very much important for this year. Launched in 2023 at G20 Summit, a union of government, international organization, and industry stakeholders to accelerate the global sustainable biofuel deployment of clean energy. Next, International Day of Yoga, June 21, proclaimed by United Nations in 2014, proposed by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, resolution received to support from 175 members. Yoga for One Earth, One Health. Coalition for Disaster Reliance Infrastructure. This is very much important. Coalition for Disaster Reliance Infrastructure, launched by India at UN Climate Action Summit. Launched by India. See, launched by India. Objective to promote climate resilient infrastructure. Headquarters in Delhi. Next, International Solar Alliance, launched jointly by India and France at COP21. Okay. Promote solar energy. Headquarters Gurugram, towards 1000 strategy. UPSC will just focus on this towards 1000 strategy. What is meant by towards 1000 strategy? Deliver energy to 1 billion people, install 1000 gigawatts of solar capacity, prevent 1 billion ton of CO2 emission, carbon sequestration. Again, see, carbon sequestration. International Year of Millets. It was declared by UN General Assembly on India's proposal promoted nutri-cereals food security. India is largest producer of millet. Yeah, we know that. International Big Cat Alliance. See, last year itself we were expecting a question with respect to International Big Cat Alliance. This year we can get a question. Launched by India in 2023, 50 years of to commemorate the 50 years of Project Tiger. So converse 7 big cats. See, what are all the 7 big cats? First of all, you should know what are all the 7 big cats. Okay. Tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, cheetah, jaguar, puma. Headquarters is in India. Multi-country coalition covering ranging countries and organization. Mission life, lifestyle for environment. Promote sustainable lifestyle behavior, individual action for climate mitigation. Climate mitigation, carbon sequestration. Climate mitigation, carbon sequestration. Leadership group for industries transition. Lead IT. Joint initiative of India and Sweden. You launched at UN Climate Action Summit 2019. Objective net zero. Achieve net zero hard to abate sector, steel and cement. Secretariat hosted by Stockholm's Environment Institute. See, these are all important for this year exam. Finally, comes to one of the most expected question this year: IUCN green status of species. Green status. See, we have heard about all these critically endangered, vulnerable, all these sects. But here we are coming through a new word called green status. What is this IUCN green status? A global standard to measure species recovery and conservation success. A global standard to measure. Yeah, I am saying this is very much important for this year exam. Yes, IUCN is an important theme for UPSC. We can expect a question from this slide. A global standard to measure species recovery and conservation success. Complements the IUCN Red List, which focuses on extinction risk. IUCN also publishes green list of protected and conserved area. See, green list, green status. What is the purpose of this green status? Shows how species can recover. This green status will say that how the endangered extinct species can recover. Guides and conservation action priorities. Measures impact of conservation effort. Okay, what is its purpose? Show how the species can recover. Okay, so coverage. All species except microorganism. Except microorganism. See, all the species except microorganism. If the word gives all species, it is wrong. Because except microorganism. 8 categories: extinct in wild, critically depleted, largely depleted, moderately depleted, slightly depleted, slightly depleted, fully recovered, non-depleted, indeterminate. So optional assessment with the red list. 100 plus species is assessed so far. Criteria for fully recovered species. See, presence across the entire historical range. When we can say it is fully recovered? It should be present in the entire historical range. Viable population. So viable population not at extinction risk. Performs ecologically functions throughout its range. Its ecological functions should be sound throughout its range. Interact like pollinators and interact like pollination and seed dispersal. Okay, so see, this is very much important slide. Yes, I'm damn sure UPSC may ask question with respect to IUCN green status. Fine. Okay. So India launches National Red List Roadmap. National Red List Roadmap to strengthen biodiversity conservation. India's first Red List endangered species will be released at International IUCN World Congress in 2025. India's first. This is also very much important. Wherever we are studying about IUCN. Yes, it is damn. I'm damn sure about that. UPSC will ask a question with respect to IUCN, and this is very much important. India's first red list endangered species. India itself producing a list of red list of endangered species, and that was released in World Congress Conservation Congress, which is conducted by IUCN at Abu Dhabi. What is National Red List? Here comes the keyword. What is National Red List? Official country-specific interven, inventory, a country-specific inventory of plant and animal species. Official country-specific inventory, assessing their risk of extinction with a nation's border. See, this red list is with respect to a particular country. It, it uses a scientific, globally recognized framework, IUCN red list categories and criteria to classify species into different threat levels. This provides clear picture of the health of the country's biodiversity. See, IUCN generally lists out the criteria like critically endangered, extinct, all these in a worldwide manner. But this national red list roadmap gives a region specific approach. The initiative is led by Zoological and Biological Survey of India. See, here the keyword. Most of the people will think only Zoological Survey of India. No, Biological Survey of India also, Botanical Survey of India also is giving. They both are collaborating with IUCN India and CSS to develop the national science-based red list system. It aims to enable accurate species assessment, evidence-based conservation, and policy making while fulfilling India's India's framework. Okay. Then see, it also has critically endangered, vulnerable evaluation. This list, it aims to enable accurate species assessment, evidence-based conservation, and policy making while fulfilling the India's commitment under CBDs and Kunming Montreal framework. Then this is very much important. IUCN. What is IUCN? Everyone knows. You know what is IUCN? Founded in 1948. IUCN is world's largest and most diverse environmental. It is one of the oldest organization, and its headquarters is at Gland, Switzerland. The IUCN is globally unique composed of both government agencies and civil societies. India has been stated a member since 1969. India is a member of IUCN. It is a global authority on conservation status of species. So, best known for publishing IUCN Red List of threatened species. The highest decision-making body is Members Assembly, which convenes every 4 years at the World Conservation Congress. Where? At the World Conservation Congress. So, this year it was held in Abu Dhabi. Okay. It has played a pivotal role in drafting and helping to create several major international instruments. The IUCN is not a UN agency. See, IUCN does not comes under UN agency, but has been an official observer at United Nations General Assembly since 1999. It's not a member of UN, but it has been an official observer. The highest decision-making body, its members assembly. Okay, IUCN Conservation Congress held every 4 years, largest global conservation event, focuses on environment protection and sustainability. Okay, so let us end the discussion here, and we will start continuing from COP 30 next video. Keep following. Yeah, this discussion seems to be a little bit raw, but I'm damn sure that you will get a question if you listen it carefully. Thank you.